Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com, and this is the Speeding Bulletin report for November 2nd to November 8th, 2007. Let's start with movie news as usual. Brandon Routh told a Scotland newspaper that the next Superman movie is awaiting a script and will start next year sometime. Frank Langella, who plays Perry White, pretty much said the same thing about it happening next year, and he's contracted for 2 more Superman movies to reprise his role as Perry White. In Justice League movie news, Merritt Allen is the costume designer, with Weta Digital and Animal Logic vying for positions as special effects houses working on the movie. Sony Pictures Imageworks are already on as the major effects house for the Justice League movie. In DVD news, Alexandra and Matthew Reeve appeared on Good Morning America and Nightline TV talk shows to promote Matthew Reeve's Hope in Motion documentary, which looks at the last 2 years of his father's life, Christopher Reeve, and they're also appearing on Access Hollywood in a 2-part special about the documentary on November 8th and November 9th. So that's all the news in movies and DVDs. In television news, we reviewed Season 7's Episode 6 of Smallville titled Lara, and we put the episode summary and reviews online, with Douglas Trumbull giving it a 2.5 out of 5, while Neal Bailey gave it a 2 out of 5, so not the best episode there. This week's new episode of Smallville, the 7th episode of Season 7, is called Wrath, and it airs on November 8th, with the CW releasing 13 images for that episode, preview trailers, and director's cut video clips online. Legion of Superheroes Cartoons, 2nd season, episode 6, titled Who Am I? We got 3 images from Warner Brothers of that episode, and Jeffrey Bridges posted his episode summary and review online, and giving it a 3 out of 5 for that episode. The Writers Guild of America strike will affect Smallville. Al Goff told the Superman homepage that they've written up to 15 episodes for Season 7, with the 15th episode being a cliffhanger. So if the strike does continue on, that will be the season finale for Season 7. But if the strike is resolved fairly quickly, then we may see the full lot of episodes for this season. Ilya Salkind told the Superboy homepage that more Superboy live-action TV series DVDs are on the way, that we just need to be patient, that the remaining 3 seasons of the 4 seasons will be released on DVD, with Season 1 DVD sales being fairly good. In comic book news this week, the QFK, which is our Questions for Kurt forum, where Kurt Busiek comes online with the Superman homepage and answers your questions. He answered fan questions about Superman 669 this week, so you can check those out on the website. We also gave you a sneak peek of Superman 670 and Supergirl number 23, so you can have a look at those. We reviewed Superman Confidential number 8 this week, which is the story of Superman's first meeting with Darkseid. Neil thought it was pretty good and rated it a 3, almost a 4 out of 5. Countdown to Final Crisis number 26 we reviewed, with Neil continuing to hate Countdown, unfortunately, giving it a 1. Neil also reviewed 52 Aftermath 4 Horsemen number 3. Loved it, gave it a 5 out of 5. Jeffrey Bridges reviewed Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes number 35 and gave it a 3 out of 5. Infinite Halloween Special number 1 was reviewed by Michael Bailey, who gave it an overall 3 out of 5 rating, and also rated all the individual stories in that book. And Action Comics 858 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who loved it, absolutely loved it, gave it a 5 out of 5. So you can check out all those reviews at supermanhomepage.com. As for comic shipping this week, November 7th, there's Countdown to Final Crisis number 25, Infinity Inc. number 3, Justice League Unlimited number 39, Supergirl number 23, which has a variant edition cover as well, Superman number 670, and Countdown Special Jimmy Olsen 80-page giant. At the Superman homepage website itself, at the beginning of the month, we started the new Super Trivia Quiz, which is our monthly quiz where we ask you 3 Superman-related questions, And this month the three questions are: what is the name of Brandon Routh's fiancée? What is the name of the mother of Christopher Reeve's eldest two children? And what is the name of the married woman who George Reeves was in a long-term relationship with? If you think you know the answers to those three questions, you can check out the Super Trivia quiz at the website. In other news, the retro review of the radio series Stories continues, with James Lance reviewing the Yellow Mask and the $5 million jewellery robbery story. The Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians DVD giveaway contest started, and that's the DVD there. We've got 2 DVDs to give away to 2 lucky fans, so check out the competition on the website now. I also wrote an article this week on the Superman and book and record sets that have been released over the years, and that article shows you the cover artwork and also has links to some MP3 files of those record and cassette releases, so you can check that out at supermanhomepage.com. That's the report for the Speeding Bulletin this week. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. Folks, what you have just seen is a picture of my hands. My hands are leather mitts right now, and the reason they are leather mitts is because I am a working writer who gets paid basically nothing. I've worked for 9 years now, and I've made a sum total of about $815 from writing, and I've gone into a debt approximately $30,000 to $40,000. The reason I say this and the reason I bring this up is because there's a discussion going on about the writer's strike in the comment boards for the Smallville situation, where, you know, Smallville might not be around for more than 15 or so episodes this season because writers are striking over internet rights, like to get more money for downloads, which, you know, is a pretty substantial portion of income for a lot of them, or will be if they get strike. A lot of people poo-poo this. They say these writers make a lot of money and they're pampered and they're treated well, and the only thing I have to say to that is that to get to that point, you have to do a lot of the things that I am currently doing. You have to sacrifice for 8 years. You have to forsake your family. You have to forsake your friends. You have to forsake a social life. And in the end, you have to get hands like these. Some people, yes, get floated in on a wave of who they know and make $500,000 a year and bitch about residuals. But I can honestly say I've been a construction worker and a writer, and I've done 12-hour days in both. I've done 16-hour days in both. And at the end of a day of writing, I am much more mentally exhausted than I am physically exhausted in a day of hunking shingles and burning debris and sanding floors like I did today. So, in other words, anyone who wants to poo-poo the work that writers do and say that this strike is just greedy people looking for money, they can kiss my ass.